So today I thought I'd be today I thought I'd drag us down the rabbit hole that is TikTok. So let's get at it and see what we can find.
Share my stupidity and ignorance with student loans. My name's Carrie. I am a nurse practitioner, and student loans has haunted me for 17 plus years. That is how
Oh boy, yeah, no student loans with nurse practitioners. That's no joke. Oh boy, that's a
long I've been a
PhD.
nurse. And it has affected my mental health. It's affected my financial situation. It has affected my life. It affected my first marriage. I'm now divorced and I'm remarried. But it affected that. It put a strain on my family, and it almost destroyed me. First, I was told when I was getting my 2 year degree that I should take out whatever loans are available to me, and that it's likely when I graduate they'll all be paid back. Well, I'm a baby, so I'm 20 years
Uh,
old at this time, and I've never been taught anything about finance. I've never been directed in the right path with
how are we expecting people to save lives if they can't even save their own financial life or situation?
what I should and should not do with that. So I just said, yeah, that sounds great. Everything sounds great. So the money kept coming in, right? An $8,000 check, a $6,000 check, semester by semester. And then I developed a habit where I thought that was just the norm because I didn't take a break in school. So I went and got my bachelor's degree. And then I went and got my doctorate degree. So it was really no big breaks long enough where I could realize, hey, this was a bad decision. Stop. I'm talking thousands of dollars of student loans. Now, they did pay for my school, it did pay for my books. I continued to work while I was going to school because I needed to and I wanted that experience. And instead of taking the minimal amount to help me get through college, I didn't. I just took whatever was available. It affected me so negatively. It has caused strain and worry and developed my compassion fatigue as a nurse, or part of it, because I immediately needed to work more because that first
Okay, so you took out a lot of student
Shut up and
loans
take
to
my
go to
money.
school and then realized how hard it was going to be after the fact. I mean, I get that you signed student loans at 18. I mean, a lot of people did with kind of their eyes closed, probably just like this. But um, yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, what, however many years ago that was,
I'm going to share my
it's just however many years ago that was, it's I mean, this is again what I said, that we live in a capitalist, democratic society, but we are never taught ever about personal finance, personal responsibilities. It's just, oh, take out a loan and it'll all take care of itself. But fun thing I always like to do is kind of take a look at the comments, see what it says, because it's true. Maybe I'm weird, but I always worried about going into debt. This is why I don't have any student loans. Did kids just not worry about paying it back? I absolutely can speak to this. I saw so many of my friends go into school early, and when I heard the numbers that they were putting on their backs, I was like, no, I'm good. I need to figure it out before I kind of put a lifelong commitment on that payment plan. Luckily, I figured out what my passion was, went back to school, and with an accelerated program, I was able to complete my degree in like less than 4 months because I had all the prerequisites done. But that's a different story. So again, who was telling you this information at 20? Uh, Great question. Yeah, the girl at the register. So what? She was a baby as well? Yeah, I mean, I usually see really young folks or really old folks at the register. So, wow, I finished my bachelor's in sociology this year for 40K. I mean, unless you're working at a museum or something or a teacher, you're 40K in the hole. And then I started in nursing and switched. At this point, I can't find a job I qualify for. I mean, yeah, I get that. I mean, it's really hard to get a job as a nurse just out the gate. You have to obviously prove your skills, your longevity, and your personality. So, um, this says it all right here. My husband graduated in 2002. We have been making payments on his for at least 15 years. Over 50,000 in interest alone has been added to the student loans. Yeah, I remember when forbearance was in, I was paying off as much as I could because I saw the value in the actual principal going down versus when COVID started and before it started, and I saw like maybe $30 or $20 of every payment was going to the principal. So I mean, it really pays to look, where the money goes. That there's a saying, and it's correct for a reason. Follow the money, right? All right. Well, let's see what else we can find.
Hey guys, I just wanted to address this comment because I've gotten this in a variation of different ways over my last couple videos. So I just wanted to address it really quickly. I was planning on making a deeper dive into my individual loans and my interest rates and everything, but I just wanted to do a quick address of this for people that are asking. And my answer to where are y'all going? A very regular PA program. This amount of debt is a lot, and there are ways I could have made it cheaper probably, but I feel it's pretty average. I have...
Okay, wait. Is the average tuition cost for PA program? Because, I mean, you're basically becoming a doctor without, a doctor, basically. Let's see here. The average cost for a physician assistant PA program in 25 is 2025 is 98,000 for residents, an increase from 95. Wow, so they jacked up $3,000 in 1 year. This average reflects a 5% annual increase. Public programs
Shut up and take my money.
56 for residents and 88 for non-residents, while private programs charge 91 regardless of residency status. The cost can vary by institution. Some programs exceeding $200,000 for their full program. So she isn't really that wrong. Yeah.
I have here a quick little list of all of my separate debt. So my undergrad was about $30K. I went to the University of South Carolina. I thought that wasn't too bad. I got a scholarship for in-state.
You got a scholarship and you're still in 262. And I know that goes for everything as far as, residency, housing, everything like, but $250,000. I mean, and you're filming in your car. Which to me says you have no time when you get home to film. So is this like during like a 5-minute break, a lunch break? When are you filming this? I'm curious.
Tuition. And I really enjoyed that education, and I don't regret that at all. PA school tuition was about $100K. That is very average for a PA program. It was about, PA programs range from like $80 to $150K, like you said. And then my living expenses, because you can't work during PA school, was about $90,000 additional. So that's for living for 27 months. I didn't go near my home, and I lived on my own. So that was about $90,000 for 27 months. I had about $3K a month to live on. My rent was about $1,400, and then additional expenses on top of that, of course. And then I have about $40,000 of interest. So that is how you can easily accumulate $262,000 of student debt. Should I have gone to med school? No. I don't like to address MD versus PA versus NP. I feel like it's a very personal decision.
It is often or not, it seems like, well, your father was a doctor, or, you know, Morty Goldsmith could have, I could have married a doctor like Corey Goldsmith. Instead, I married you.
And I made it for a reason, and I do not regret my choice at all. I'm leaving work right now, and I had a great day as a PA. I'm very happy with my decision. I do not regret a bit.
Hey, that's all that matters. She's happy. She's doing something that she loves. She's helping, people. So I can't knock her at all. Yeah, but the comments, the comments always definitely say it. So this just validated my decision to choose a local, cheaper program. I can live at home for rather than going to my dream, more expensive program. Thank you. Exactly what I said. I saw the cost of what everyone was going to, college, 40,000, 20,000 a year. No, I refuse to be shackled like that. So I, made my own decisions and went about it after thinking things on my own. So let's see what else we got.
It's insult to injury. Always pause and go, what job am I after? And make sure the education matches that goal.
Absolutely. Everybody's just going to get a degree, party, and then they think, I have no experience, but I have a degree in history, I have a degree in sociology. I could work at a museum. I could work at a high school. No, you just cracked the first level. That's like, yeah, to get into the carnival, right? Your degree is the ticket to get into the carnival. Don't get it mistaken or twisted. You still have to play the games. You still have to pay to play the games once you're already in there. And then you're not even guaranteed a prize because, let's admit it, the carnivals are rigged. I mean, there's a lot of analogies here that could make sense. So this topic here definitely adds to something my father said. So let's talk about that.
To injury. Always pause and go, what job am I after? And make sure the education matches that goal. It's insult to injury. Always pause and go, what job am I after? And make sure the education matches that goal. It's insult to injury. Always.
I cannot say this enough. My father changed his career at the age of 50, and that's a huge accomplishment because people these days at 36 think they're done with, that society wants nothing to do with them. But the fact is, you have to find your passion, you have to chase it, and, to obtain your goal. Like I said, taking those little steps in life for the last 5, 10 years to get to where you want to be now. Here's the funny part, okay? He did like a weekend hardcore program where it's like you go there on the weekends, you do 8 hours, an accelerated course in that respect. But he checked back in with all the people he graduated with. More than 70% did nothing with their degree. They paid for their LMFT degree and did nothing with it. My father went on to start his own practice and is now in a very advanced part of the cutting edge therapy that's out there. So yeah, this just goes to show you, he knew what the job he wanted, and to get that job, he had to go to school specifically for that. So keep that in mind.
All that work and what did it get me?
No. No. I don't even want to know what that cost. I mean, I hope this is rage bait. I really do, because other people will agree, though. This is about to be me. I give up. I don't have a job, though, and I've been focusing on college. But it's better I quit now before I waste more money. But I don't know what to do with my life. I mean, we all have to find our passion and our purpose in life. That's the only way we're going to make it. Another great quote, from Jude Law. I talk a lot about movie quotes here, guys. Shocker. I think I wasted so much of my life watching movies, but now that I look back, I think that seeing all of these stories, analogies, how they played out has actually given me a better perspective in life, in that it's actual street and business knowledge. I mean, you just take a look at The Wire, for instance. How many goddamn life story quotes, there are in there that you can make an episode out of, right? Of just the philosophy of that quote. But back to what I said, Jude Law. Basically, it was with the Tom Hanks movie. I'll get the title in a second, but he tells Tom Hanks, and it's funny. Jude Law is trying to hunt Tom Hanks down because they're both like gangsters and stuff. But Jude Law tells him, to do what you love for a living and get paid for it. Isn't that the American dream? I ask you, is that not? So, yeah, like I said, just gotta do what you love and find out, because if you don't, you're gonna be stuck doing something miserable and that you have no passion for. Perfect example, like this quote, I think of another friend of mine. He, went to a prestigious school to become, a biotech person, and then all of a sudden, he realized halfway, it's like, oh shit, I don't like this, but I'm already too deep into it. I got the loans attached. I can't drop out. So what does he do? This person finishes their bio degree and then realizes, hey, I want to be a lawyer. So then they go and spend, more money in, the higher education, right? But this was good because this helped them actually find their passion. And because of that, they're what some would say is thriving, has a family, has a beautiful home, a lovely dog. And that's all we should really strive for, is just to find our own personal happiness, whatever that may be. Be it, living in a yurt in the mountains, or living in a big city with your family, or whatever it may be. But yeah, food for thought.
So as it turns out, the student loans that I've been paying $1,500 a month for 2 years have a 17% interest rate. So.
But you signed for that, and no one gave you a heads up. I don't get it.
What I thought I've been paying off for all this time, I'm actually, I owe more than what I started off with. What the fuck?
Again, Einstein, compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. Those who understand it will earn it, and those who don't will pay for it. We're looking at a clear case of this. I don't wish this on anybody. This is going to be tough,
Oh, Jeff Bezos, this would be a really cool fucking time to Venmo me, bro. I owe $90,000.
I understand you own 90,000, but what I say in my other videos, life can always be so much more worse. You have $90,000 debt. There are people who have $250,000 in debt, and they have a great job and they're living check to check. So it's all perspective. Yeah, this title is pretty correct, it seems like.
And I didn't even spend that much on school. Any rich person, please tap in. Kourtney Kardashian, you probably have 8 houses. I'm never gonna be able to buy one because I went to college. I just signed up to be an egg donor. Guess what? Got approved. Who wants my fucking kids? I can't afford them, so start bidding more.
No one can afford kids right now. It looks like you could barely afford your car, but
Fucking take off. What do you want? My left arm too? What the fuck am I supposed to do? I'm gonna be in debt.
again, no one taught you. You didn't ask anybody. These were some of the biggest decisions of our life when we are taking debt on. If you don't know the rate, you shouldn't even play the game. It's not made for us to win. Why do you think we sign a contract that's this thick? We don't have lawyers to review it when we're 18, when we're 17. let alone number 25 or 30. So this girl's crashing out hard. So let's enjoy.
For my whole fucking life. How does that even make sense? I signed up for this shit when I was 17. Like, this should not be legal, bro. I got upset about it at work, and my coworker was like, don't you have like a rich relative who can pay that for you? No, my family's poor. Like, no. And the worst fucking part is, bro, look where I am. Like, I can't go in because I can't spend money, but I just want to like be here because it makes me feel better. So as it turns out, the student.
Wow, that'll go so deep into also another level of consumerism. You feel good just by being near TJ Maxx because you think these short-term dopamine hits are what really give you happiness and purpose. It's not. It's a drug. You go up the elevator and oh, it's so good up here. Look at all this fun stuff. And then when the dopamine wears off, you go right back down the elevator and your problems are waiting for you right here. And sometimes they hit even harder because you were having such a great time and then it's like whack. Just slaps you in the face when you come back down. So nice car with leather seats, Apple Watch, tattoos. Looks like she had the money to make some dents and refinance later. She chose not to. I mean, stop it. You don't know what she's going through. Yeah, who knows? Everyone's different. How can you owe more money after 2 years? Compound interest. That's how. Oh, I'm all right. Well, let's go find some more. Wow, 300K.
So as it turns out, the student loans that I've been paying $1,500.
No.
So as it turns out, the student loans that I've been paying, like I owe.
Do I regret taking on $250,000 of student loans in order to go to Harvard Law over my full rides at NYU and Columbia?
You should be, because last time I heard, a lot of the kids, the recent graduates coming out of Harvard, can't even find jobs, and that includes people with connections. So,
no, I don't. But if I were most anyone else, I'd say take the money. When I was 22 and picking law schools, I was not emotionally prepared to start a career. I wanted to live abroad. I wanted to go dance in Ibiza or be a wedding planner. But because my parents looked down on gap years, I had to pick a law school, and Harvard was the only school that met all of my personal, not academic requirements.
I mean, it's good to have life goals, but you're setting the bar at Harvard. Okay, that's not exactly relatable.
I wanted to live somewhere new. I knew that I wanted to work in New York after graduation, and Columbia and NYU didn't present a new place to explore. I wanted to have fun in law school and have time to make lifelong connections and not stress about grades all the time, and Harvard's lack of pluses and minuses really appealed to me. After college, I knew what stressing about the difference between A minuses and B pluses would do to me. You might think I'm stupid for taking out $250,000 in loans for these.
Can you make a video about what you did to get into Columbia and Harvard? It's just high GPA and LSATs. No, it's not. We definitely know that they look at other parameters. Just these. That's one thing, but they also look at the whole person as well, as they like to say. So, yeah, this is crap. that sounds about right. Yep. Oh, I got it. I'm gonna make it happen, and then wham. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, just wanted to riff and rant with things we're all going through in one way or another. We all have debts. If it makes you feel any better, I don't have student loan debt, but I do have other debts as high as $500,000. So let that sink in, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.